What I wanted to show you today is PhET interactive simulations, and you can find that by typing in PhET. It's PhET, and that first one that comes up through the Colorado EDU is what we're looking for. And so what it is, it is a collection of over 100 interactive simulations for learning and teaching science. It gives students an open and exploratory environment to engage with the science, and they can control it like a scientist can. So it includes simulations in physics, chemistry, math, earth science, biology, and so if you want to access more of the material, then you will need to register and create your own account. So, choose what type of account you would like to have, whether that's a teacher or something along those lines. So I'm a teacher, so if I set this up, you can type in your email address, create a password, select your country, and then you can work your way through the registration process. And the reason for registering is that when you use the simulations, so I teach physics, so if we look at these simulations, if say I want to look at the bending of light, if you look at the resources that are there, these resources, which are worksheets or interactive worksheets that have already been created by other teachers, if you want to access those, then you have to have an account, and then you can access those, and it'll give you to work with those. So we want to, if we turn on the simulation, choose the type of simulation you want to work with. And so what this does is it allows you to be interactive with the materials. So in this case, if we're looking at light shining through a prism, so here we have a triangular prism with a laser shining through it, and we can change the color of it. So it uses slider bars. You can see numerical values. In this case, you can change it to multiple beams and see what happens as multiple beams are in there. So there's different ways you can use this. Let's see. You can ask students questions. So if you're using it in the lecture, you could have this displayed on your projector and ask students questions, have them interact with one another. How does the different color affect the refraction? How does the type of material affect the bending of the light? How does a different shape affect the bending? So we can take this one away and add a different shape. So there's lots of questions you could have students ask, or you could ask students. They could talk to one another, come to a consensus, and then share those answers out with the class. I use them as demonstrations in the classroom as I lecture. I can give them as interactive assignments, and it gives the students immediate feedback. And I think they're interesting and engaging. It gives students a way to explore science. And they're free. They're free to all people, and there's a wide variety of them. So you can look at the different simulations that are there. There's chemistry. So if you want to look at interactions, balancing equations, static electricity, let's see, there's math. So it would be an alternative to some of the manipulatives, where you can see the math and manipulate the different concepts. So, I use these quite often because they are that good. They encourage scientific inquiry. Like here with diffusion, they make the invisible visible, so you really can't see you can't see atoms individually, but with this you can. And so you can remove the divider and watch how the particles disperse. You can add different types of particles. And so there's lots of different ways you can interact. And let's see, it includes multiple representations. You have moving objects, you have numerical values, you have you can have measuring tools. Here's a stopwatch. So it has ways to interact and look at different things. So it gives you the flexibility to be used in multiple educational situations, from elementary all the way up to the college level. And so that's why I think this makes a good adaptive learning tool. And so that's how I use it, and I think you might be able to use it too in your subject area.